Hello. Just gonna prepare for dev chat, which is gonna happen in a moment. Guess today I'll just briefly talk about localization. Hello, Chow. What's up, man? Are you live already? Just gonna do some prep. I've been working on localization matters. Let me see if there's any last minute issues. You woke up at 3 AM and exercised, then took a walk outside. So you have not slept since 3. You have been live for 6.5 hours. Holy crap. Holy crap. I imagine you'll be resting after this chat. You're still energetic. That is nuts, man. Just making sure everything is okay. Restore purchase. That reminds me, I've yet to work on IAP. 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 Let me check out the marketplace. Eh? Where's my ad tracking? Where's my ad tracking stuff? Weird. Oh, I forgot to add it into my library. Oh, damn it. Yo-Yo Games. Marketplace. Marketplace. App tracking. Transparency. Stuff. Let's see if I can find it. This one, right? Wait. No, this is request review. Eh? Transparency. I don't see it. What the? I need to check my email. I received the email that says that it's in the marketplace. Why is it that I don't see it? Yo-Yo Games. Oh no, where is it? Okay, I see it. For some reason I can't search for it. That's annoying. I have to log in first. Ah. Okay, please. I hope I remember my password. Okay, I do remember my password. That's good. Let me drop into the chat. Hang on, eh?
Hello.
Hello.
Let me just up your volume. Can you say something again?
Hello, hello.
Yeah, there you go. It's good.
Perfect.
It's good.
It's
It's good.
Awesome.
Wow, done today. Oh man.
Haven't been sleeping since 3, eh? That's crazy.
Yeah, I haven't gotten good sleep for like a week. So I had to make up for all the work that I didn't do in the past 2 days. Like past 2 days, I just did a week's worth of work. Yeah. Actually, I think I did more than a week's worth of work. But yeah.
That's nuts. So,
Yeah.
how's everything? Oh, John is here. John is early.
Hello.
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 Hello, hello.
Hey.
Hey, let me just hang on. Let me download a certain
Sure
something
thing.
so I don't forget.
Zuzu is like, hey, the whole gang is here. Hey.
Hey.
Okay, I downloaded the ATT stuff. Okay, I
App tracking transparency.
yeah. Ah man, so many things to take care of. Still the
Yeah.
GDPR nonsense and the IAP and the. Well, it's not nonsense. It's the law, but
It's the law. The law is nonsense. We should just live in anarchy. To be honest. TBH.
it's just annoying to have to work with all of these regulations.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I guess we understand why it's in place.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alrighty, man. Shall we?
Okay.
Alright.
Okay. Let me pop out the window. Give me a sec.
Okay.
Okay, so I'll share my screen. Share your screen. Screen 1. Okay, here we go. Okay. So I did a shit ton of stuff this week. A shit ton. So I guess I'll start with like the map editor. The sound. Oh god, it's so loud. Sorry for blowing out your eardrums, Azuzu. I apologize. Anyway, I muted the audio so I don't blow out the eardrums of my viewers. So as you can see, right, we got like different levels here, right? Wait, can you see it? Okay. So I'm not gonna adjust the difficulties now because I adjusted it all to my liking, but this slider indicates the difficulty.
Difficulty
Actually, I'll just
in what
adjust.
sense?
Or the difficulty of the. So what will happen is that like these are waves, right? And the waves will basically you will be played in roughly in order of the difficulty, but they might jumble them up a little bit, so they might randomize it a little bit, but it'll be played in roughly this order.
Right.
So like this is the easiest one, so it's gonna start with this, and as you can see, it's just a bunch of imps. And so then you got like shooter enemies and stuff like that. And as you can see, like you can play it in real time also, like that, and you can see how it works. You can even copy and paste frames if you want to. So that's very nice. You can enable and disable waves, so you can test out specific waves if you want to. It's over here. And when you adjust them, you can actually reorder all of the waves. And like you can for example, when I do this, right?
Yeah.
And I press reorder, they'll put it all the way at the bottom. I do this, then they will reorder it back up here. Yeah. So that's basically it. So I figured out like how the game is going to kind of progress. And how it's going to progress is there will be 8 circles of hell. I'm working on one right now.
Yeah.
So each circle of hell, right? You have to go through 18 waves. So 6, 6, 6. So I'll just play it. So as you can see, you got 1 wave and 2 waves. As you can see at the top, right, there's 2, then there's the 2 dashes, right?
Yeah.
So once you get to 6, hopefully I don't die because I don't have invincibility on this. But once you get to 6, then you move on to the next number, and until you get 666, then you unlock a boss. You beat the boss, and then after you finish the circle of hell. So it's 18 waves basically. And the good news about all of this is that this is very, very close to how the actual game will be like, and I'm kind of happy with it. Like I'm kind of like happy with how I feel like that it is very easy to make the waves, right? And like making all of the waves, like I did all the waves today, like in 2 hours.
Right.
So it took me like a very short amount of time to be able to make all the waves, and the enemies are quite easy to make as well. So actually all of it is kind of a lot of content for like very little effort, and it's quite diverse content as well. Chini, you played it. I think you can. I don't know if you agree, but I think that like the different placement of the enemies, like shooters or whatever, when combined together, it will result in pretty different challenges.
Yeah, it helps definitely to have this like wave to wave, very deliberately designed placement. I think they are good.
Yeah, but I didn't like that like you could like just memorize all of the waves, which is why I jumbled them up a bit. That's the main reason.
Right.
And the thing is, like, that's why instead of making 18 waves, right, I actually made 22 waves.
Okay. But you only played 18, is it?
You only play 18 of them, but it's jumbled up, basically.
Right.
And, like, yeah, basically some of them are removed. So you won't play all of them all the time. So it's like, it's a little bit randomized the difficulty, but not too much. Like, because there's, like, a difficulty setting there, right? I can fine tune exactly what the average difficulty should be for each circle of hell.
So
yeah.
So I'm actually quite close to reaching the final wave then.
Yeah, you were at 17, right?
Yeah.
At one point.
Oh damn.
So yeah, but like this one is supposed to be a mid-level circle of hell. This one is supposed to be a mid-level one. The hardest ones are really, really hard. The easiest ones are pretty easy. So the idea is that each circle of hell maybe takes, I don't know, like 10-20 minutes to try to beat. Like at the start, right? At the start is quite easy once you get used to it. And by the way, I forgot to mention, right? after the 6th wave, right? You get an upgrade. You can choose from an upgrade. Also, I got an error. What's this? Oh, sorry. No, this is the animation stuff. I forgot to press G. I have to do that sometimes. Unity is a bit weird like that.
Okay.
Yeah, but anyway, that's not an error of the gameplay. That's like I forgot to like do an editor thing. I also ignore that. But basically, after the 6th wave, right, there will be upgrade choosable upgrades. You can choose from 2 upgrades, and there will also be permanent upgrades. But the permanent upgrades will mostly be health based, so you can increase your max health.
Right.
Yeah. So once I get the upgrades in, the permanent ones will be easy, just like increase the health. That's damn easy. But the temporary ones will take a bit more work, but not too much. Once I get those in, I'm ready for the Steam Demo Festival already.
Very nice.
Yes.
How many circles of hell did you say?
8 circles of hell.
So it's 8 times 18 total waves that the player will play for the whole game.
I believe it's 144 waves, but it's a bit more than that because I have to account for randomization. So it's about 200 waves that I have to make. And that can be done in a single day, actually. If I just sit down and make them. The difficulty is not in making the waves. The difficulty is making sure there's enough variation in the enemies. Because making the waves is very easy.
Right.
It's more like how many enemies and how much variety do I have. And the upgrades are, of course. But those should be doable. And I think at this point, I'm actually quite proud of the gameplay. Like, I think I'm kind of liking it. I also made, after you tested it, right, I looked at the video and I realized that you didn't use the throwing skull that much. So I actually made it more overpowered, I guess. Like, it wasn't overpowered to begin with, but it's more powerful now. Yeah, that's the term.
Right.
Basically, you can fling it with with like a much higher velocity. You can fling it much higher velocity, and it will shoot back at you faster. So it's a lot easier to use now.
Right.
Yeah. So that and one more thing. I think like I'm gonna make it so that you can't choose the flail because it's obvious that this combination is the best one by far. And I think like taking away is better than like adding too much that the player that might not use. So I think I want to focus on like making this combo feel very, very good and making it look as visually aesthetically pleasing as possible.
Yeah. Sounds right.
Yeah, so like once I get the temporary upgrades in, and I get the permanent upgrades in, and I get the menu done, we are good to go for the Steam Demo Festival. There's nothing else that I need to do.
Cool.
Yeah. Then for the actual game itself, there's obviously leaderboards that I need to make and stuff like that. But other than the Steam stuff, most of the core gameplay will probably be done by the end of this month.
Okay.
Yeah.
When is the submission for the Steam Festival?
It's by the end of this month.
End of this month, I see.
But I don't need to have a full gameplay. Like I don't need to have the full game by then. I just need to have a demo of like 1 circle of hell.
Right.
Which is what we have here. So we're actually done with that. So we're actually already ready to submit. The only problem is that we don't have a title screen and we don't have upgrades. That's all. Yeah.
I like the deterring effect you have, like that dots around the edge of the circle. Oh, that looks good. It's a recent edition, is it?
Yeah, it's a recent edition. It was a previous edition that I like put back in. Because I realized that I want the levels to be kind of the same, like all of them the same. Like so, it's a circle of hell, right? So it's like I felt like changing the levels, right? I made a system to change the levels.
Yeah.
But it didn't add that much, I feel.
Right.
Yeah, I don't feel like it added that much. Like having a cross-shaped level and all that, it made it just harder to swing around your fill, and that's not very fun.
Right.
So I decided to just like make it so that like it's all a circle and just focus on the enemies instead. And I think that's a good call because I think that right now it's getting to the point where I feel like with extra content, it could be something that I would pay $5 for. I personally.
Right.
So, yeah.
What extra content do you have in mind?
Just more enemies, the upgrades, and the 8 Circles of Hell.
Right. That flying enemy is a recent addition, because I did not see it at all just now.
Oh yeah, you fought against it, but then I changed the art for it.
Oh, I see.
It's just an enemy that like dashes towards you by in a randomized manner. You played against it already.
Oh, is it the one where it moves and then pause for a bit and moves?
Yeah.
Right. This one keeps killing me. This particular.
Yeah, this one is like quite hard. Yeah, the key like to this one is to use a lot of throwing, but use it in conjunction with the charging.
Right.
Like that. But it's still quite hard even then. So I die a lot to this one as well. But there you go. Then I think like there's a few more. Then after that is basically Dunzo. Yeah, and there's not. I didn't even use some of the enemies, I believe. So
there's no spider demon.
Yeah, exactly. No hard ring enemy as well. There we go. That's all the waves. But I'm pretty proud of how it's coming along. I watched your playtest video. I had a few questions.
Yes.
So do you think it was too repetitive, like the waves?
No, I think it's good. I think it's good. I think it has been a formula, right? It's been a consistent problem with the controls. I keep losing track of the cursor, and the moment I lose track of the cursor, I'll die very shortly afterwards.
Right.
That is the key problem that I tend to have.
Do you think having a line towards the cursor would help?
I think being able to keep track of my cursor would definitely help. So at the moment, the cursor is just like the standard Windows cursor, right? So if there's some other ways of
well, one other way of doing it, which will have a huge problem, but I'll just say it right now.
Okay.
One way of doing it is to snap the camera to center.
Snap the camera.
Like this. I'm doing right now.
Oh. But then you cannot see the top and the bottom, right?
No, as in I can make it so you can see the top and the bottom, but it doesn't look as cool. Just in general.
That's true.
It doesn't look like as dynamic. But you will not lose track for sure. It's a lot easier to control in general.
Yeah. I feel like that problem that I face might be very subjective. Have you tested with more than just me and John?
Yes. People, their main complaint was not that they lost track. The main complaint was that swinging around hurt their wrist after a while.
Oh, I see.
So actually it's a very different complaint because nobody I know like lost track.
Right.
It's just that they didn't find it comfortable swinging, which is why it might be better to have a controller. It might fix both problems. And that's why there's another game like similar to this that recommends you use a controller actually.
Right.
Yeah.
Similar to this.
Yeah, it's called Sigma Impact.
Oh, okay.
It came out recently.
Ah.
Yeah, but like I say similar, but it's mainly because like it's like I got hammer fight controls, but it's more of a roguelike, so it's quite different in that sense.
Right. The game flow itself is different.
The game flow and how the game feels is very, very different. It's a lot slower paced. Mine is more akin to like Super Hexagon or something like that in terms of like the pacing.
Right.
Yeah.
Looking good.
Yeah, I think it's. I think that's good. So so the main problem that you had was losing track of cursor.
There is a very key moment where I would always lose track of the cursor, and that's when I want to do a particular maneuver where I just horizontally shift the entire player, right? You know what I mean, right? Instead of rotating. Yeah. If I were to do this, after a while, because I want to move really fast, right? And I will intuitively I will just shift my cursor all the way to the side. And afterwards I will lose track of it. Yeah.
What I was gonna do, right? I was gonna make it so that the camera movement is a variable that the player can tweak. And that will make it so that like it's more or less sensitive to your cursor movement. If that makes sense.
Right.
So I was gonna do that. Then that should be able to fix it for specific people. But I think some people like it more sensitive, some people like it less sensitive.
Right.
So I was hoping that will fix it, but I'm not sure if it will. Have to see how.
Yeah.
The other question I have is, do you think this is good enough for Steam Demo Festival?
Yeah.
Like, in terms of the core gameplay loop?
I think it is. Just slap a main menu on top of it and then you're ready.
Yeah, and like maybe some better aesthetics, like for the background. Like that'll be quite easy to do, and like, I think it will add a lot as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then so health, right? Do you think it's okay to have like one hit?
Yeah, I think having one hit is great. For me personally, I think having one hit is great because then it keeps you on edge.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
But one thing I realized is that like I noticed when you're playing, right? You ended up like getting these like moments where you started playing worse consistently, right? You started playing better consistently. I feel like the average quality or average gameplay quality can be more consistent if there is health. If that makes sense. But if you mess up, you can be like, I can fix this.
Right.
But I also think that the health can be something that can be bartered with. You know, like it can be something that you can actually purchase through like purchase as in like with as an upgrade. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, it's definitely worth trying. Good. Yeah, definitely worth trying out.
Yeah. So yeah. John, do you have any suggestions or any feedback about what I have so far?
It looks cool. I really like the placement of the enemies that you have going right now.
Have you managed to play it?
I have not played it yet.
That's okay.
You reckon we have time to do you want to try?
I think we have time.
Let's do it.
I think better not. We probably want to stick to 1 hour. Right? I think I got most of the information I need. Somebody in my chat asked, Buff Big asked, how about add an enemy that gives you a shield against one hit? As in, like I was gonna make an upgrade where like there's gonna be a shield against one hit, basically.
Right, like the downwell heart balloon, right?
Yes, correct. But yeah, thanks for the suggestion. But I think I'm gonna do something like that already. I might do that in addition to the permanent health increaser. I think it's two separate things. Yeah, so I think it's because the reason I think the Don't Need playtest for this week is that I got most of the information I wanted from Shinny's playtest, and I think it's about the same gameplay that you're used to already.
Right. It's the key difference is that
there's more stuff.
Enemy placement is also more deliberate now, right?
Yeah, and I've already shown that off already. So yeah, but yeah, I think like the enemy placement. Okay, so actually let me show off some of the editor.
Okay.
This editor, right? It just takes from XML sheets that are in here in Streamable Assets. So basically, streaming assets means, right, that the levels will actually be in the build itself.
Right.
Meaning people can actually edit it. If you press M, right, in the build, you can actually edit it. It's not just an editor thing. So actually, I'm making it so that people can just edit it and upload their own levels to Workshop. Or like their own circles of hell, basically.
Awesome.
And like I am trying to look into like custom leaderboards for custom levels. Because Jofa told me that might be possible. Like custom leaderboards for player made levels.
So that means you can potentially have like infinite number of leaderboards?
Yes.
Wow. That's cool.
Apparently that is true. Not infinite, but I think a large amount. Oh, thanks for looking. But yeah, I think the quick factor of like making all these is good because making all of them took a very, very short amount of time. I feel like based off the fact that I have to make 200 waves, and that I made these in about an hour, I probably need about 10 hours to make all of the waves. Like I said, from now till release, like proper release, like I mean like actually releasing on the store with everything done, I'll probably need to make 10 more enemies. 10 more enemies and what was the other thing? 10 more enemies, a few upgrades, I'm not sure how many, and the permanent health upgrade, which is not something I have to make, it's just a variable that I have to increase.
Right.
So the main things is the 10 more enemies, and a bunch of upgrades, and the UI. That's it. After that is Steam integration, but that's a separate thing.
Yeah.
I feel like I can get all of the... So for the next week, I'm just focusing on upgrades, because I need to get something that I can I can do for the Steam Demo Festival by... I'm giving myself a deadline. By the end of the week I have to be able to have a build that's ready. That's not the actual hard deadline, but I'm just giving myself that deadline now, just in case. On top of that, I want to announce that like the playtest for Skull Chains, the playtest app was approved by Steam. They have this new playtest feature.
App?
They have a playtest feature now on Steam. It's about a few months old. You might not have heard of it because it's only a few months old.
Oh, I have not, yeah. What is it about?
You can basically open up a separate application and have people sign up for a playtest from the main application. And you can push out builds as normal, and they don't need to approve them as rigidly.
So you don't have to pay another 99.
You don't have to.
I see. Oh, that's cool. That's cool.
So I set up all the stuff and they approved all of it.
That's great.
So except apparently my game is flagged as a virus under some antiviruses. But they were like, it's fine. It's like they're like, it happens to a lot of games. They're like, even if by the end, right, you can't get it fixed, right, we'll still allow you to release it, because it's like out of 50 antiviruses, 2 of them flag it as a virus.
Right. So I guess it's on the player to fix it.
And only one of them flags it as a Trojan. That's it.
Right.
Yeah. For some reason, apparently, my game is a Trojan. Yes. So yeah, next week I'll be working on the upgrades. One more thing I would like to announce is this thing. Hey, look, it's me.
Yay!
So this is happening 2 days from now, from 8 p.m. to 9:15 p.m.
Nice.
Perfect.
Yeah, I'll paste the link in your... just in case.
Okay. Perfect.
But yeah, I'll be basically talking about how to get started in game development. The thing as a whole is basically how everyone can be a game designer. My part is basically talking about how to exactly get started in game development and how to start iterating and stuff.
Right.
Yeah. Is there anything else? I think that's really about it from my side.
Yeah, looks good. Yeah. Looking forward to play the build with the upgrades. Yeah.
Yeah, I think... Oh yeah, also I moved to Git because I'm very scared now of collab.
Right.
Oh, and one more thing. This is not an announcement, but I just want to check. Oh yeah, you're okay. You're on software and game development. Okay,
yeah, man. Everyone has been asking for it for like ages.
Yeah, I know, right?
It's finally back. That's great.
It's here. But yeah,
I
think that's it. Thanks so much for taking the time to help me make the playtest video.
Hey, no worries, man. It's fun.
Yeah, that's it. That's all from me.
Okay.
Let me stop streaming the screen.
Right. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, it's a John's turn. John.
That's right.
Give me a couple of seconds.
Okay.
Give me a couple more seconds. Hello.
Can you show us what you have?
I was shifting between the Windows and Mac.
It sounds a lot clearer now.
Yeah.
Oh, awesome.
It sounds less muffled.
Yeah, because my Windows machine, I don't have a dedicated mic. I'm using the mic on the laptop. Which,
I see. Can you see something again, John? I want to check
Hello.
Okay.
Hello.
So yellow. Okay, that's fine.
Oh.
Alright, here we go. Alright, so I was looking at some other games that have like some kind of circular thing going on. Came across like a few on the interwebs. I think this one is more of a
Tetris
concept animation. I don't think there is a game that actually does this because I found it on Pinterest.
Right.
Yeah, or somewhere, something like that. I probably wasn't Pinterest, so it's something else. But anyway, I don't think there's an app that looks like this yet. This looks pretty cool. It's like a Connect 4 thingy or something like that. Which I think it looks pretty cool. But maybe not what I'm going for. There's this other one. I'm not entirely sure how it plays. Yeah. But I think you're basically supposed to match the inside colors with the outside colors.
Right.
Like
okay, can I see who the publisher is? Because that logo looks very familiar. Zplay, right. Okay, yeah.
You've heard of them?
They have contacted me before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think this one is more like puzzle game. You rotate the thing until you clear all the outside circles or something like that.
Right.
Looks more like a reaction game.
Really? I have not checked out I have not found a video for this.
But it's just like rotating the rings to like match the outside rings, right?
Yeah, I think so. I should go and check Inner Circle.
That's not what you want. That's not what anyone wants. That's not what you want either.
Yeah, not what I was looking for.
No.
Is it this one?
I don't think so.
No.
I don't.
It looks like a weird video.
What the heck?
Anyway, yeah.
Anyway, yes.
Anyways, and then there's this one, which is more of a puzzle game that is kind of like. What if I can?
The GIF included the ads as well. Eh?
Yeah, I mean it's a review. Well, okay, they probably shouldn't have put the thing in there anyway. But yeah, I mean,
Droppa.
It doesn't.
Droppa.
Yeah. So it's more like a puzzle game. You're supposed to you can rotate these dots here, and then you put them on the screen, and then you try to make circles form like a full circle.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah. So that's cool. Yeah, and as a puzzle game, I think it's a pretty cool concept. But I guess I was looking more at puzzle games, and I was thinking, no, I want a more action game kind of thing. Anyway, what do I have today? So I didn't really do much.
Right. It's okay. Just show us.
Oh, looks pretty.
Yeah. So basically, it's the whole breakout idea mentioned. That I think Chao and Chini you both mentioned last week. So basically, you have your ball bouncing, and I currently configured it to have up to 3 balls on screen at the same time. And basically, you're supposed to clear out all the 2 balls. Clear out all
so you die if a single ball hits the circle.
Yeah.
I see.
Yeah. That's
and you randomize the level, right?
Yeah, it's randomized. The firing is randomized. So I'm still
looks pretty good. I think. Yeah.
I think so
looks
too.
pretty good. Yeah.
One suggestion I will make though is like maybe instead of like dying immediately, you could add a pedal or whatever you call it.
Pedal.
Add a pedal.
You will add a yellow thing. And if it reaches 4 or above, it Okay. Yeah. But in order for that to work, it adds. What would they even call that thing?
I call it a paddle. So basically, right now it's transparent here, right? This is empty, right? So Chao is saying if the ball hits this empty one, it adds 1 more to this thing. So it regains the thing. So the goal is to clear out all of them, right? But if you miss, then you add 1 more. if that makes sense.
Oh.
Yeah, but in order to make that work, you can't have 4. Otherwise, it will take too long to win or lose. If that makes sense.
You can't have 4, otherwise it takes...
If you have 4, then it will take 4 of them to actually lose the game.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so like maybe having 2 or 3 will be good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if they filled it up, or rather if the ball hits wait, let me think. Wait, I don't get it. I mean, it hits it once, it'll add a pedal. It hits it again, it'll remove it, right?
Yeah.
But then how do you lose?
Oh wait, shit!
Oh yeah. It's a good.
I'm an idiot.
No, but I get where you're going with that. I get where you're going with that.
I mean, it could be like a you add a different color and then you hit it. It bumps up that one. So like instead of like just yellow and empty, because yellow and red or something, and then every time you hit the red bumper, the red pedal, you add one more red pedal to that thing, and then if that makes sense.
Right.
Oh, how about this? Okay, I'm not sure if this will work, but how about if it hits one of the empty ones, right? You will remove it permanently. And when it goes outside the circle, then after that it loses.
What do you mean by it will remove it?
It will remove that pedal permanently, whether like the transparent pedal.
So it becomes like you have 4 health lah.
It's more like the. Oh man, maybe I have to draw this. Like the segment, right? The outermost pedal. If it hits empty one, let's say on the top left. Yeah, let's say if it hits an empty one.
Top left, sorry.
Yeah. Then it will remove the outermost pedal.
It will remove the outermost pedal.
Oh, the entire ring or just one?
Yeah, the entire ring is in just one of the ring.
So this one disappears, and then you only have 3 left.
Then there's only 2 left.
Right.
Okay, and then after it hits again, then another one disappears. Only from the outer ring, because if you do it from the inner ring, then it's gonna have like inner collisions that you have to deal with.
Right.
It's so hard to explain. But I hope that makes sense.
I didn't quite get the part about only the outer one.
If you remove the inner part, right, the inner pedal, then you will have these like perpendicular collision things, and it's not a circular collision anymore.
Right.
Right. Makes sense.
Right.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Right. Cool. Yeah. That's an idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that will work.
How fast can you spin the thing, John?
How fast can you spin the thing?
Because you say there are 3 balls, right? So it's it can get pretty hectic.
Two. Yeah. 3 balls got really hectic, so I reduced it down to 2.
Right.
How fast can you spin? Really fast, I guess.
No collision issue when you spin like this.
I guess. I should probably make a build for you all to. I should put it up for you all to help me test it out.
True. Yeah, that'll be great.
Yeah. So right now, I experimented with a couple of things over the week. One was previously it was just a single ring, and then I was rotating the world, basically everything inside. And then the idea, I didn't quite have a clear idea of what I wanted to do, but I felt like rotating the insides was kind of confusing because you'd see the balls and kind of like make this weird curve, and really confusing really quick.
Right.
So I kind of just iterated, and I thought, if you put one pedal, it's gonna be very weird to control because you move right, and when it's at the top, you move right, and it kind of goes to the left and all that. So I thought, let's just make pedals all around, and then ended up with this. Previously, it was just one layer. I can.
So are you still just taking the horizontal scrolling? How do I put it? So you just drag horizontally, right, to move? Is it still like that, or is it something different now?
So I just drag horizontal. Yeah. So I drag horizontally. It kind of, I have this thing where it captures the captures the mouse cursor, so I can just use the delta of the mouse to get the rotation.
Right.
Why is this not working? Huh? And no, what? Wait, what? I already commented it.
What's going on?
I'm trying to have only one ring. Why is it not?
Control F5.
Alright,
there you go. The cache.
Dang it, stupid. Okay. So I kind of started out with this, and I felt like, it's not very exciting. What can we do? Oh yeah, and then remember that you said breakout, and then added couple rings. Hey.
Nice.
It looks really good.
What just happened?
Hey, what just happened?
It went in the gaps. It went into this gap. I gotta fix that.
Right.
But the gaps are not just aesthetic.
Yeah, apparently they're not.
I see.
Like if your angle is exactly in this gap. Yeah. Because it's not. I should probably just make it as aesthetic. Because right now I do a little hacky hack.
Right.
It's like paddle angle is like pi divided by num paddles. The half angle is
okay.
right. So it's the angle is 2 pi divided by number of paddles minus 0.01 radians.
Right.
Okay.
So
I can
they
see
won't
why
stick
it
together.
does that now. Yeah.
I should probably make it just aesthetic only, so that it gets easier to compute the collision.
But is the ball that small that it actually fits right in the gap?
Because I just take the angle of the ball that's traveling of the ball's velocity, the angle of the ball's velocity.
Right.
And then I just see if your angle is within the range of the paddle.
So like the radius is not taken into account. Radius of the ball.
Radius.
I see.
Radius is not taken into account.
Right.
That's so nice. Your angle lands right.
The 0.01.
Yeah, I see.
Yeah.
Cool.
So there's that. I was thinking of like making more interesting patterns.
Mm-hmm.
But it ends up not being like it doesn't work right now. I was wondering if you had an idea of what to do. So for instance, if I have this paddle, this thing here, rotation, rotate. So then now over in this corner, I have no way of bringing this in anymore.
Right.
Because I cannot hit this line, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Wait, what? I don't get it.
Oh, so I had like one paddle over here, right, and then a gap, and then another paddle. But I got rid of the paddle that's on the inside, and now I cannot bring this one in. So I can't really have interesting patterns. Right now, you see that it has to be contiguous. Yellows all the way out. I can't have like yellow space, because I can't hit this white one, this transparent one, and so I can't bring this one in down.
That is
yellow.
Sorry. Go ahead.
I personally wouldn't focus on that.
Okay.
Personally, I would focus on the ball movement.
Okay.
There isn't any like gameplay impact, right, with having the gap in there, John?
What do you mean by that?
Like what's the point of having the gap there, other than just to make it look nice?
I was thinking, you could have alternating, like, a level where it's alternating, paddle, space, paddle, space, and this one it would be space, paddle, and so on.
Oh, so you have to always target like different paddles.
Yeah. Kinda. But then again, the movement of the balls will just make everything kind of weird anyway. So maybe it doesn't.
To be honest, I also don't know.
Yeah, because otherwise, right? If I want to fill out all the way to the top, I would have to have like one. You kind of have to have like the inner circle be fully filled.
Right.
Like you kind of always have to have like filled circles, if that makes sense.
Right.
Like if you look at this level setup over here, right? I can't have 1, 0, 0, 1. So the top is the innermost and this is the outermost. I can't have zeros in between followed by a 1 below.
Right.
If that makes sense. It always has to be like.
I think that's fine though. I don't see a problem with that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. In fact, I guess to set up your level, you don't even need like that 4 rows, right? You just need one row and then have a number up to from 0 to 4, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Right.
Yeah, I kind of do it this way because it makes it easier to write the code to have the rings.
Right.
If
Understood.
that makes sense.
Yeah.
But yeah, what you mentioned also makes sense.
Right. Yeah, I think having it be contiguous is probably easier to communicate to players, lah. Yeah, like how it works, right? I mean, like when we look at your first level, it's very clear how the game works.
Yeah, I will actually recommend like focusing on the ball behaviors. For example, some of them might have gravity.
Okay.
Like, if you have gravity, then you have one just bouncing on the bottom, right? And you have to keep track of that with the other ball that are bouncing around without gravity.
Ideas.
Yeah. Or like, stuff like that.
Gravity.
Wow.
Yeah. Or like, for example, maybe like hitting certain pedals, right? Like, for example, if you hit a pink colored pedal or a green colored pedal, it will cause an overall like effect on the play space. For example, right, if you hit the pink pedal, then all the balls move slower or something like that.
Yeah.
And that way you can actually make the pedals, like you were saying, like 0-1-0-1 pedals, right? Like making the gap between the pedals. I think this might be more interesting, where the pedals actually have a specific effect that you might want to trigger at a certain time.
Makes sense.
Yeah, so I would actually focus on the interplay between the balls and the pedals and the balls movement themselves, because I think the game is very minimalistic, which is a very good thing. I think it's a key strength. So I think if it's that minimalistic, you should focus on all the stuff that actually matters, which will be like I said, the pedal with the ball collision and the movement of the ball.
Cool. One other thing I was considering. Let's hear my to-do, is it? Chini, you said that in Pong, in some versions of Pong, the reflection is actually based off the
original one, right? The one that is the people most associated Pong with, right? The one that you play at home. Yeah, it's supposedly based on like how far to the edge you hit the pedal.
Right.
Yeah.
I was wondering if I guess I should try it. So yeah, it's in my to-do.
But the thing is, yours is already circular, right? So
yeah.
Yes.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Which is why I have this little triangle here that's moving around and firing, because it will change the starting point of the ball. Because if you always start from the center, your reflection because it's always, if you start from the center, it will always hit the circle at a normal.
Right.
So it will just bounce straight back. So
but you're not, right? You're already randomizing it. So
yeah, I'm already randomizing it. It kind of shifts around.
Yeah. So you probably don't need to do that weird reflection thing that the original Pong did, right? Because that might actually end up confusing players.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Yeah.
Because like they had to do it because they literally cannot, like, there's no other way to change the angle, right? Cool. John, have you
What?
You like working with audio stuff, right? Have you thought about like making a little bit of a generative music with this?
Yes, I have thought about it.
I read your thoughts, man.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. I was waiting to say it.
So
I don't know how well it will work.
Right.
Yeah. So if that were the case, if I were to do some kind of generative thing, so the thing was right now this thing that it fires off at random spots. So then the distance the ball travels to the paddle is kind of randomized. So it might end up sounding like a very like it's not like there's no strict beat, if that makes sense, because they hit the paddle at random times. If
right.
that makes sense. If it's gonna launch at a random position. So I might have to think about where to place the shooter and when it fires. But yeah, these are interesting things to think about, I guess.
Right.
Yeah. I'm gonna do something crazy right now and see you. Ooh.
Ooh. What just happened?
Oh, I hit the edge. I knew.
I didn't even see the ball. I didn't even see the ball. Wait, how did you die there? You shot the ball backwards.
There were two balls.
Right.
Yeah, there were two balls.
I see it now.
Yeah.
I see.
I should probably do like a slow-mo thing or something if it hits the thing. You know,
I think that would be good. Yeah, if you are about to hit the edge, I think it should be slow motion. As it stands, but it should slow motion, but it shouldn't slow motion the speed of the actual turning. If that makes sense.
Right. So you have a chance to recover.
Yeah, because remember the game that I made, Blobius, which was like within confines of like similar to this.
Right.
I also had the slow motion because I found it's too hard to manage everything.
Okay.
Will it be binding it to a button, or how do you trigger it?
As in, my suggestion was to do it when it's about to hit
about to hit the edge.
Yeah.
I see.
Yeah. Right, and we were talking about different paddle effect. Cool stuff. Yeah. So and
you can try shooting this. Yeah. Sorry. Yes.
I think this has a lot of potential.
Yeah, you can ship it, man. Ship it. Ship it.
Cool. Yeah, I just have no idea what a progression might look like. Right now, this is the super minimal.
Have you checked out other minimalistic games or Desert Golfing, right? It's just like a golfing game without end, and you put it up, boot it up on your phone, to kill some time, and it's got this very chill nature to it. It's very minimalistic. I wonder if you can follow in the same steps. I'm not sure. Yeah,
I think, right, like in the same vein, right, I would actually suggest making it so that the score was actually one completed game. Like every completed game that you do adds one to the score. That's how desert golfing is. Like every hole you put in, like every hole you make, you get one extra score, right, I think.
Yeah.
So it's just an endless game where you constantly play like with increasingly different pedals and different ball effects. But once you lose, you lose.
Awesome.
You can try that. Yeah, go as minimalistic as you can.
I think that'll work.
Yeah,
maybe.
Cool. Thanks for all the ideas.
Shipping it on mobile, right?
I guess so. I feel like this will probably work.
I think it will be a very good mobile game.
Yeah.
I would really be interested in seeing how a knob would work with this kind of thing.
A knob. Right. You can wire it up to your Raspberry Pi.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it wouldn't be too hard if you had an actual knob of some kind.
I do think I have a turnable thing somewhere in my Arduino kit.
Right.
I think like the starter Arduino kits have some knobs, if I remember right.
And if anyone here is a fan of Discworld, Nanny Ogg's favorite song is "A Wizard's Staff Has a Knob on the End."
I am a fan of Discworld, and Discworld is another proof of the flat Earth theory. Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Discworld, what? Terry Pratchett, is it?
Yeah, Terry Pratchett.
I see. I have not read it.
I used to play the MUD, like the MMO,
really?
the text-based MMO.
Based on it?
Yeah, based on it. It's still going strong. It's one of the most popular ones.
Nice.
Awesome stuff.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Awesome.
Okay. Oh, that is all I have to show for this week.
So what do you say you're gonna work on next?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna try out these ideas over here. Maybe gravity balls.
Gravity ball sounds nice, right? Yeah.
Slow motion when the ball is about to hit the edge, and different paddle effects. Maybe I'll try different paddle effects first. And then work on these.
Slow motion. You might want to do slow motion first because I think that will affect everything else.
That's true.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, see if you can get that to work or something. Yeah.
Cool,
man.
Yeah.
Awesome stuff.
Cool.
Awesome.
Alright, yeah, that's it for me. Cheers.
Alright.
Nice.
Hang on.
Stop my stream.
Oh my god, Shinny, I think you're right. I think I have to end stream after this one. I think I'm dying.
So, in case John don't know, Chow has been awake since 3 a.m.
Nice.
I've been streaming for 7 hours or 7.5.
Nice.
Oh my god. Okay, anyways, so I worked on a few things. I don't fully remember everything I worked on. I think I fixed a few bugs. Yes, one thing that I fixed is the. Let me just run it. Let me run it. Holy crap, so slow. So remember that issue with binary blocks? Like if I have multiple binary blocks stacked on top of each other, and then I implemented the some leeway, right? So if you are inside the transparent binary blocks and then you press jump, originally it kills you straight away, but I added leeway, so I say you have to be inside for like a few frames before it kills you. And previously when I implemented that, what I did was I just turned off the hitbox of the block that you are currently overlapping with until you leave it, until you like exits the hitbox. But that means, right, if I were to do a jump inside here, I will hit the block on top, which is not good. So I made some changes now, so you can literally pass through all of them like that, right? You don't hit. Oops, I'm inside for a bit too long. Right, you do not like bump your head onto the ceiling of the top block anymore. So that's one of the fixes. Minor stuff like that. Of course, I also work on like the flow. So if you play the game for a while, right? The game will serve an ad. So I will say like, a message from our sponsor, stuff like that, which I will not actually show. But I will show this. So I have been testing the text. So I need to support the multiple languages. As you can see, right, I have my text file here. So I have like different languages. I pack all of them inside a single spreadsheet because in this particular game I don't really have a lot of text. So I'm like, you know what? I just load this thing once. So I have this here, which I then export to a comma separated CSV file. Right. Here I have like 12 different languages. English, Brazilian, Portuguese, German, Spanish, French, Italian, Turkish, Russian, simplified traditional Chinese, Japanese, and Korean. Now, the big problem I had in Serious Scramblers is that when I was using the font, right, I did not take into account like how many languages I actually need to support. So the font, it was so painful, right? The font So what I did was like, okay, my current font does not support this particular language, so I looked for a different font. And then I realized that this font only supports like up to a certain number of languages. So then I have to use new fonts for Chinese and new fonts for another language. So then I have to manage so many different fonts. And the problem is that when you render the text, right, some of these fonts, right, they have some slight differences in terms of size, in terms of how it aligns. So then it's kind of like a UI design nightmare. Here I still have multiple fonts, but I have 2 now instead of like having like 3 or 4. So I have these 2 fonts, and the first font is the one that I bought off itch.io, right? The one that I bought because I like the design for the game. So it's called Tomorrow Night. This is the one. Then for all the other languages, right, I use this font called Silver.
That's the one that World of Horror uses.
Yeah.
And Valhalla.
Yeah. So it seems pretty good. So I'll just put this out here. Poppy works, right? It's you can use it for free. You just need to give them what do you call it? Credits, right? Attribution. Of course, there are certain conditions to using it. If you exceed 100,000 in earnings, you have to email them to license it properly, which probably is not gonna be an issue for me. Now, so now I'm managing 2 different fonts. So I have to test through the fonts. So here I wrote this like basic object just to make sure everything seems fine. Right, I'm trying to make sure that they all like occupy more or less the same amount of space. They look roughly the same size. As expected, I guess Chinese is the one that is the most different. Alright, hang on. Let me just go to this huge text here. So this is the agreements text, right? This is the one that I have to show the player. I'll let them know that the game actually does game analytics, so I'm tracking like your gameplay behavior and so on and so forth. This is to get their consent. So I have to localize it naturally, right, to different languages, blah blah blah, and you can see like Chinese is the one that is most different. Like it's the one that's shortest, right?
It's like the sizing of it is like.
Yeah, it's completely different, and it may be a problem when it comes to the UI design. Now, interestingly, right, in Silver, there are some very common words that is not supported only in simplified Chinese. The traditional Chinese seems to be supported pretty well, but in simplified Chinese, right, words like read, 阅读, read, is not supported. It just comes out as two boxes, right, instead of the actual word.
I see. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm not quite sure why, but I ended up using like a different word. So 阅读, I replaced it with 看. So it sounds a bit not as elegant, but I don't really have a choice. I don't really want to. I don't want to include a third font. You see, so.
Right.
Yeah. So I have like.
Just take the traditional Chinese.
Oh, sorry, I just interrupt for a second.
Okay.
Thanks, Psycho, for the raid. Thanks so much. Sorry, I didn't want to interrupt Chini while he was like talking, but thanks so much.
Hello.
Hi, Kelsey. But yeah.
Eh? Where is my traditional Chinese?
Wait, do you know traditional Chinese in here?
It's gone.
It vanished into.
It vanished? Oh no.
Wait, what? Where is my? It's here. Where is my traditional Chinese? It only shows one now.
That mean what does that mean?
So yesterday when I was testing it, right, as I scroll through all the different texts, the order is simplified Chinese, and then if I press Y, right, it's supposed to go to traditional Chinese. It's completely disappeared. It just jumped straight to Japanese now. So I think I must have introduced.
Localization can be a nightmare, I guess.
I think I introduced a bug somewhere, but okay, that's fine.
Oh no.
I will show the traditional Chinese next time then. Another problem, right, is text rendering. In GameMaker, I think I told John about this before, like a long time ago, but text wrapping does not work for Chinese and Japanese. I do not know why. So like when I think internally, right, they have to calculate how much the width the string takes, right, in terms of like how many pixels it takes up, and I think the calculation is wrong for that 3 languages. And I was like,
which is quite common.
It's quite common, right? Okay, but it works for Korean.
Yeah, that's why I was like surprised, because it seems to work for everything else.
What the hell? What happened
in Korean?
What happened to Korean? So do they what?
Don't they use spaces in Korean?
Don't they use spaces in Korean? Oh, do they?
I think they do.
They do.
Well, at least the stuff that I've worked on, they had spaces. Yeah, they use spaces in Korean.
Oh, I think you're right. Wait. Why is it? How does using space change anything?
Normally, like your typical text wrapping code wraps on spaces, like on white space. For most Latin languages, and since Korean uses spaces, it
wraps properly.
It kind of wraps properly, I guess. Whereas there are no spaces in the CJK languages or the CNJ language.
Right.
So wrapping tends to screw up there.
Right. I don't know what happened. My Korean is gone.
Every language that I mentioned just disappears from the game. Let me say something about German. And then suddenly German text disappeared.
So
Okay. Anyways, it's okay. I'll look into that. What the hell? I worked on it last night and it was there. Now I want to show it to you and it's gone.
The streamer's curse.
Oh wait. I think I know. Sorry. If you don't mind. Hang on. I know.
Let's make more languages disappear.
No. Shh. No. It's because I'm skipping 2 languages. Sorry. I'm dummy. Okay. I skip a language each time I press right. So I made a mistake.
Okay.
Okay. Just a moment. So John, you say you want to look at traditional Chinese, right? Just now.
Yeah. I know what I was saying is that if you don't have the glyph for simplified Chinese, right, slap the traditional Chinese version in.
Oh man, I feel like I might offend people that way, you know.
Oh man, have you read Wikipedia in Chinese? By default, it's a whole mix of like both languages, both traditional and simplified Chinese.
Why is that?
I think some different people edited. Like,
I see.
I think you have to manually click on one of the things.
Right. Okay. Just take a look at this. Kan, right? It's supposed to be 阅读, which is a lot more elegant than say kan, right? Like, so this is, look at it.
Oh wow, my goodness, I can't read the.
It's so hard to read. Holy crap! I guess because of the pixel font now.
Yeah, and it's also the fact that I might have scaled it down a bit, so that might be a problem. I'll see. I'll test it a bit more. If I receive any complaints, I might like.
I don't think you'll receive any complaints because you only need to like read this once, then you're done, right?
And nobody reads this anyway.
Yeah. that's we're not supposed to say that, John. We're not supposed to acknowledge that.
Yeah, exactly. Anyway, these are all the languages. As you can see, for Korean, it wraps properly. As John mentioned, it's because it uses space, right? Oh man, do you know if there's a better?
Better?
I mean, like, what is the proper way to go about doing it? Because the currently, right, I went into the text and manually insert line breaks, which is not the best way to do it, but do you have any suggestions?
For the word wrapping without the spacing?
Yeah. For word wrapping without spacing.
I remember for space check, I manually wrote my own.
I was gonna say I would manually write it. That's what I would do.
This sounds painful, eh?
But you only need to do it once, like for this one thing. You're done.
True.
Alternatively, since you are really just going to do it once, what you have done is fine. Manual insertion of the line.
Yeah, I think it's fine.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Unless you need to dynamically size it, then you know.
Unless I need to dynamically. Oh, right. Yeah. You mean dynamically size the width of the text box, right?
Yeah, no, just dynamically size the let's just programmatically insert the new lines.
Oh, that works too. Yeah.
Text wrapping. Just text wrapping, right?
I mean, the thing is, like, all these are monospace, right?
Chinese. Yeah, Chinese monospace. Yeah.
Then you can just insert the new lines programmatically, and it'll be no problem.
You're right. So like when.
The trouble is with punctuation, because you want.
That's.
Oh, god damn it!
I didn't take that into account.
So I believe there should be the functions provided to actually get the information, right? Like the width in pixel for each character, right? I think. Is there? That should be right.
Yes,
that's how you did it for SpaceJet, right?
Yes.
Yeah. But that means text rendering gets like increasingly more and more expensive. Right?
It does.
I mean, but it's only for this like disclaimer screen.
True. You know what? If it's only for this disclaimer screen, I guess I don't even need to. Yeah, I don't need to put in that kind of effort. I think I'll just leave it as it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So since I have already tested the text here, the next step, right, would be to include these agreements into the flow of the game, so I'll be doing that right after, and after this page is also where I have to determine whether I'm running on iOS or running on Android. If I'm running on iOS, right, I will make a call to the ATT stuff. If I'm running on Android, I will probably make a call to Google Consent, to ask the player whether they want personalized ads or non-personalized ones.
Oh man, all this stuff that's like the worst stuff to do.
It's the worst stuff to think about, right? Especially when we make games, we don't.
I just want to make my game.
Exactly. We just want to focus on the moment-to-moment gameplay, the game experience. Who likes to work on this, man?
I don't think anybody does.
Yeah, no one does. Yeah. So but the fact that I'm here now means that I'm close to wrapping up. So.
That's true. Last 1%.
Yeah, last 1%. So I'll be working on this, and hopefully next week, when I show this again, right, it will be a more complete package. Yep. Yep. Yeah. Thanks. I think that's about it. So it's more or less what I need to work on. It's just more of this stuff. That's it.
Yeah. Kelsey Kid from my chat room asked for a release date for Jump Jabor.
Oh, release date probably in about 1 to 2 months time.
1 to 2 months time. Yeah.
Thanks for asking. Yeah. So shall we recap?
And she asked for the price as well.
The what?
The price. But
the price. It's gonna be a free game.
Yeah, free.
Wow. Free, but with it's monetized using ads. You can purchase an IAP to get rid of the ads, but the IAP will probably be about like $1 to $2, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you can get rid of the ads, so for like $1 or $2. So that's fine. right, Kelsey? Why you say F?
It's everyone hits ads, yeah. But I have gone through the postmortem, right, for Serious Scramblers. And if you look at the figures in there, you'll know why I'm still doing ads. I don't really have a choice. Yeah, I have no choice.
Thanks for the follow, Insomniac. Thank you. But it's just more profitable that way.
It's either that or nothing.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. So let's do a recap then.
Okay, let's do a recap. So for my side, I'm going to be adding upgrades to Skulltrains. And that's about it. I'm gonna be adding upgrades and trying to get a Steam build ready by next week. So by next week I should have all the upgrades in.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
On my end, I'm gonna continue working on my game. Probably implementing different paddle effects for now. Oh wait, and the slow motion when the ball is about to hit the edge.
Slow motion paddle effect. Right. For me, trying to get the game flow done. Basically stuff like the agreements page and the ATT and whatnot. And afterwards, I will once again approach Apple and get this sorted, and hopefully we'll be able to prepare for launch ASAP. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, thank you.
Awesome.
Shall we call it? Let's call it then. All right, man.
And Kelsey asked when's my release date. I should probably announce that on here as well.
Yeah.
It's like November 1st.
November 1st.
Hopefully.
Nice.
Hopefully. If nothing goes wrong, which it probably will. Yeah.
November 1st for the early access, right?
Yes.
Right. Yeah, let's avoid the November 11th. I think it's best to avoid that date.
Oh, why?
Because that's what's that? Singles Day, right? So like the media attention will be on all this Singles Day, whatnot. People will be preoccupied with Singles Day buying what? There's a lot of discount going on during Singles Day, so I think people's attention will be on that.
I see. Okay, got it. Thank you for
you
the
could
tip.
choose to spend your singles day in hell.
That's true. Man.
Alright. Yeah.
That's a huge enough to steal attention. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I guess we can call it now.
Yeah. Alright, man.
Yeah,
so let's do it again soon. Yeah, next week, Sunday, GMT plus 8, 3 p.m. You should sleep now, right?
I'm probably not sleeping, even though I've been awake since 3 a.m.
Wow.
But I'm probably gonna end stream soon. I wanted to give a brief when the stream is over, I want to give a brief overview of like the talk that I'm gonna give in 2 days. And some other stuff, yeah.
Right.
For people who just popped in.
Right.
Okay.
Alright then. I'll see you then.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye. Bye.
Oh, thank you for the follow, Lemelo's handover. Okay, I'll be able to disconnect. Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.
Alright, John. It looks pretty good, huh? What do you have?
Yeah.
It looks pretty good. It's pretty good.
Thanks.
Should ship it as a mobile game.
Yeah, I should try to do that.
Yeah, man. Okay, I guess we'll end it here also. Well, thanks everyone for hanging around. It's time for us to go. Let's go. Where's the outro? There we go, outro.